My challenge was sometimes companies have a SQL server and they're only willing to give you a backup file of their data from the third party system, whatever that may be. And it would be really nice if I could store my backup files inside a lakehouse. And I thought to myself, why doesn't the SQL server actually just have an entire, like, doesn't matter how many days you back it up. If I have the lakehouse and it's part of my Fabric environment, why not let me just spool up a folder for SQL backup files, go to my SQL environment, point to this is the folder in this lakehouse where I want to store my backups, and tell it how many days do I want? 30, 60, 90, 100? Like it shouldn't matter. I should be able to add backup files there and then restore from those backup files directly on the SQL server. I just feel like that would have been like a um an experience that I would like to see in the tool. Maybe it'll get there, I'm not sure, but I feel like I think we still have to sift out, like, when you bring in these new tools into Fabric, there's this experience of like, okay, we have SQL,
So
we now have Fabric. There's probably new features that should exist because the two tools are so uniquely different now.
And I think this is the give and take of having all these tools readily available by a push of a button. We don't have the full customization that you normally have if you're doing it in another environment, where you could do that pretty easily, but you also have to have a lot of skill in the back end. All the tools, notebooks, the SQL databases now, they're not lacking necessarily full-fledged features, but we don't have the same customization that you would normally have available.
Yes.
Like with SQL databases, yes, there's users and roles, or there's roles that I can create, but still everything's through Active Directory. I can't create a basic user and have someone log in that way. It has to be through Microsoft Entra
Yes.
or or Active Directory. So I think a lot of these tools, we're just going to have to deal right now with 98% of what most people are trying to achieve is available in these products. But that extra customization that you would normally do, had you been that life in that past, is just not going to be there now or maybe in the future. So
Yeah, I agree.